Hello, good afternoon. Nice to see people here today. Hoping people will say hello, pop on. I'm Lorraine Sish from stampwithlorraine.com. If you don't know me already, I'm a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. I've been a demonstrator for 21 years now. This 21st anniversary in January. And I've been enjoying every moment of it. Started out just as a hobby demonstrator, and I have been doing more and more since I retired and getting an online presence. So that's why I'm seeing you today. And I appreciate you joining in and saying hello. Let me just click on my comments here so I can see when and if people are joining on. Say hello so I know who's here and how many. And you can engage and talk to each other, ask me questions about the new products. We are so excited to have a new catalog coming out in May. Okay, it's going to start for customers in May. Demonstrators can start ordering in April 2nd. And demonstrators who went to the online, not the online, went to On Stage convention, Stampin' Up! Convention for demonstrators in Houston, we were able to order. We had a few days window where we were able to order even earlier. So that's why you see me and a few other demonstrators posting some new products. If you want to get your products early, you can sign up as a demonstrator and you can get your products early, just like my friend Barbara here did. She's one of my team members and she's excited about seeing new products as well. Demonstrators can start ordering in April, okay, usually a month early. Excuse me. And another thing that's happening right now for customers is the retired list or last chance items, that Stampin' Up! Calls it. These are items that are not carrying over to the new catalog. Some of them are at a discount, some are not. And that will go live April 9th for customers. So I have sent that out to my email subscribers. If you're not already on my email list, then go to my blog, stampwithlorraine.com, and you can sign up on my email list there. I'll be attaching it to all my emails moving forward, just so that everybody is sure to get that. Okay. And hi, guys. Nice to see Nadine and Barbara and Joanne. And so we're live on Facebook and YouTube right now. So feel free to make a comment, leave a message, say hello. Judy's part of my team also. Hi, Judy. So yeah, my team is called the Daisy Bunch, and that's why I'm wearing my Daisy shirt right now. This represents my team. It's not my logo shirt. It is from a company called Life is Good. But it reminded me of my team. Okay, they're a circle of daisies. We're all joined together and making some beautiful stuff. So I will get started. Some of my team members have seen this already, but I know you guys want to still see some more, get more glimpses. I know because many of my team didn't go to On Stage, so they are just as anxious to get new products starting in April as well. So today I'm just going to be showing you mostly the paper things and the new in color items, because there are so many things to be looking at right now. I have stamp sets, dies, embellishments, embossing folders. I have, sorry, allergies are really getting me choked up. I also have swaps I want to share with you from On Stage and some goodies that and some information that we did from On Stage. But I'm so excited to show some of the new products. So I'm going to chunk it. Just today is going to be papers and in color items. Okay. That way we won't be on here for hours and you won't get so overwhelmed, because I'm kind of overwhelmed. I don't know where to begin. I'm so excited. Okay. So we have new colors. I'm going to flip my screen here and show you the new in colors. If you're unfamiliar with how Stampin' Up! Works their in colors, then I will explain that every 2 years, Stampin' Up! Comes out with a new collection of 5 colors that tend to be a little bit more trendy or just something new or some retiring shade, or not retiring, some shades that might come back in a slightly different tone or manner. And um, every other year, a new group of 5 comes out. So think of it as odd years and even years. Okay, so these new colors coming out in 2024 are going to be good for 2 years, and they will retire in 2026. Last year, a group of 5 colors came out, and they will retire next year. Okay, so 23 to 25. So think of them as odd and even. All right, that might be a little bit easier to keep track of them. And the other colors that are still available, the other in colors, are the Moody Mauve. Oh, excuse me. Let me grab them here so you can see them. Okay, so these are the 23 to 25 colors. The Moody Mauve, Boho Blue, Copper Clay, Pebble Path, and Wild Wheat. So they are sticking around. And the ones that are leaving, let me grab those. Hold on. The ones that are leaving are these bright colors: Sweet Sorbet, Parakeet Party, Tahitian Tide, Orchid Oasis, and Starry Sky. So they are leaving us, and starting April 9th, well, you can order them now still, because April 9th is just going to start any of the sale prices. But customers can order these things still now. The inks and any related products to the in colors go out quickly. Anything on the last chance list or retiring list is only while supplies last. The inks, the refills, if you have these ink pads but don't have the refills, jump on them. I haven't checked the inventory list today, but those go very quickly. And you would hate to have, if one of these is a favorite color of yours, you would hate for your pad to dry out and you don't have ink to replace it. The inks, inkers come in these little bottles here, and they do last a very long time. So you will extend the lifetime of your ink pads tremendously just by having this little re-inker. And I believe it's about $5. It's certainly well worth it. I have rarely gone through any of my re-inkers in the many years that I've been a demonstrator and been stamping. Black, yes, my Memento Black, I use that a lot, obviously. And but some of the other colors, it lasts a long, long time. So these colors going soon: cardstock, ribbon, embellishments, anything with those colors are going to be gone. So let's talk about the new colors. We have some nice springy, more pastel-y, I would say, kind of colors. We have Peach Pie. Okay, and I like doing my lives in the daytime because we have more natural lighting. I have a lot of light coming from this side of my room, and I don't have any overhead lights on to kind of skew the color. So this is natural lighting, and from my screen, it does look pretty true to what I'm seeing live in front of me. So we have Peach Pie. We have Pretty in Pink. That was a color that we had years ago. I don't have any more of it myself to compare. I think some people are saying that it's slightly different in color, but it's the same name. But it's very, very close. Very close. All right. So this one here, these two are a little bit similar, but in person, like here, you can see that there is a difference. This one is called Summer Splash. And I'm going to compare this to some of our current colors, and you can see how they fit into the palettes or whatever of the similar colors. So Summer Splash. This is Petunia Pop. Okay, more of a purpley pink color. And then this one is a little bit more Kelly green or an Irish green, and that's called Shy Shamrock. And the of course, the ink colors coordinate. Don't you love seeing a brand new ink pad? It's just like a start to a whole new world. So here we go. They're going to be so much fun to play with. And now, do you see something new here? Take a look here. this is a new color to the regular line, and this is called Basic Beige. So this one is lighter than a crumb cake, okay, or it's not really gray. It's a little bit more on the browner side, or the um, vanilla side almost. And it is lighter than the Sahara sand that we used to have. I know some of my New York friends didn't like Sahara sand. They're like, oh, thank goodness that one's gone. Well, it's lighter than that one. So it is a nice in between white and vanilla. All right. When you want something that's not as yellowy or white as the vanilla, but not quite as dark as crumb cake, this will be your go-to for that. So this is going to the regular line. It's not one of the in colors, but look how nicely it does work. It's going to work with any color. So it's going to be a nice neutral, like I said, that isn't, the stark white or the vanilla. So that will be a nice in between choice there. Okay. I pulled out not some of my old colors. If other demonstrators are whipping out some of the other colors that we used to have and comparing them. If you've been a stamper for a while, you might remember some other colors. Like we used to have Call Me Clover, which is a little darker green than this one. This one's a little, like if you're thinking on a color wheel, I'd say it's more toward the yellowy green than the bluer green, okay, because green is in between the blue and yellow. So this one's a little brighter than the Call Me Clover, but it's still a nice sort of Irishy green. Excuse me. I did bring some coffee up here to sip. So cheers. I got this mug when I was on stage. Oh, I keep going the wrong direction in my thing here. So let me take a sip. Excuse me. Okay. So I pulled out some current colors just so you can see how they might work together. So since I have the green on top here, I pulled out colors that might be on either side of that tone-wise. So here is Shaded Spruce. I'm going to try to get the, let me take the other side of the way. Okay, so Shaded Spruce. Here's the Shy Shamrock. That makes a nice contrast if you're looking for two different greens. And then this is the Garden Green. Okay, so you can see how it fits in between those, right? Old Olive would be a little bit lighter than this, of course. So I just thought comparing those with current colors that you might try to use together or just see where it fits, like sort of rainbow order. All right, so that's Shy Shamrock. And then the Petunia Pop kind of reminds me a little bit of what was it called? Oh, it was on the tip of my tongue. I'll think of it. Hold on. Sweet Sugar Plum. Reminds me a little bit of that, but this one's maybe a little more purpley, maybe. So again, I pulled out our current colors. All right, so here's Berry Burst with Petunia Pop. Here is Highland Heather and Fresh Freesia. So in a way, if I take this out, this is a little way more purpley. If I take these out, look at a nice combination that is. Just a little darker and a little lighter, and that can fit right in between and create some really nice projects, I think. Okay. All right. Right. Okay, yeah, so Nadine, you got that too. Okay, Becky, you said you can't hear me? Are other people hearing me? Oh, hi, Karen. Nice to see you. I'm sorry, I neglected looking at the comments for a second there. Okay, so let me know if there's a problem. I guess maybe that can be worked out. So that's the Petunia Pop right there. Okay, moving on. Well, let me bring back the other. This is the Summer Splash. And it is very similar, maybe a little bit more greenish than the, or a little darker than the Coastal Cabana, but they are very close. But that kind of makes them nice to be able to use together, to have just a different shade of the same color. Maybe one was a little too light, you wanted something a little richer color. So this is the Coastal Cabana, this is the Summer Splash, and just to compare now, this is Pool Party. And that can work very nicely together too. So going this way, you have the lighter and the medium, and the Summer Splash is a little darker. Okay, oh good, you can hear. Great, thanks Nadine. Okay. The pinks, Pretty in Pink is, I'm going to compare it to Bubble Bath. Those two do work nicely together. Bubble Bath is that really light pink that came out last year. I call it kind of like a baby pink. If you're making a baby card, you want to use the Bubble Bath. At least I like that one. It's a nice pink there. This is Flirty Flamingo, which to me is a little bit more orangey kind of a pink. So this is how they fit together, with the Pretty in Pink is in the middle. Now I know this is showing up quite white because of the light sky coming through my window. I'm trying to get that so that you can see a little bit better. But so you can see how palette-wise it kind of fits in between those. All right, so Pretty in Pink, that could be a nice, not the stereotype, but it could be a nice little girl card or a baby card as well. And those two, I think, work nicely together. Okay, that's kind of plenty of guys that like pink too. In fact, I just ordered swim trunks for my grandson, and guess what? They're these colors, and they have lizards all over them. They're from Carter's. So cute. My granddaughter is getting matching fabric on her swimsuit too. It's very cute. Okay, and then the Peach Pie is a lighter version of, I think this was Mango Melody that I pulled, that I pulled out before. So it's a little more orangey than the Mango was. And compared to colors we have now, oh, wait a minute. No, that wasn't Mango. That was Crushed Curry. All right, so I pulled out Crushed Curry, which I know is more yellowy, but it's an orangey yellow, just so you can see how that compares. And then this is the Pumpkin Pie. So we have pumpkin pie and peach pie, and don't forget pecan pie. So that's a new color from before now. So we have a lot of pie, right? So I think these two look really nice together. Kind of softens the pumpkin pie orange. And of course, Cajun Craze would be darker than this. So you can see how that compares there. All right, I'll put it like this. I think that kind of shows the best color. So those are fun. Stampin' Up! Usually changes the vibe, I guess I could say, of the in colors. Like we said, last ones were a little bit more rustic or subdued colors. These more pastel-y ones before that were very vibrant and bright. So each new set of in colors has a little bit different vibe to it. So it's kind of nice. Oh, good, Becky. I'm glad you're back. All right, great. Okay, so of course, in true Stampin' Up! Form, there are coordinating products also, and that's what is great about Stampin' Up! The coordination, right? So not just do you only have the exact matching cardstock and the inks, but I guess Stampin' Blends counts as ink too, right? So you have the Stampin' Blends in all 5 colors, light and dark. They come as a pair. And of course, they have 2 tips. They have a bullet tip and a brush tip, if you're not familiar with the blends. Okay, they're a lot of fun. They're alcohol markers, so you're able to blend them and mix them a lot easier than you can the water-based inks. Okay, there are regular Stampin' Write markers that I didn't order this time, didn't order yet. I tend to go more to the blend, so I did those first. And there are matching ribbons. every year Stampin' Up! Changes the style of the matching ribbon or twine. Last year with the last end colors, it was the jute twine that came in all the colors. So instead of an actual flat ribbon, they opted to do these in the end colors. All right, so this year, because this is a little bit more rustic, all right, to kind of match the colors. So I thought that was appropriate. Oops, knocking down the lamp back there. So here are the in color ribbons. Like we said, beautiful. They match exactly. Look how close these look. At first I was thinking, oh, did I order? I couldn't order 4 of the same because our pre-order is limited. We can only order 2 of each thing as a pre-order. But when I hit the light on it, this one does look a little bit more green, and this one a little lighter, a little bit more bluish green, like the Coastal Cabana. Okay, so I love this ribbon. Sometimes I don't care too much if the ribbon is too thick, or when you go to tie it, it's going to be too bulky, or sometimes it doesn't tie well. This one is definitely going to be one of my favorites. It comes, like I said, on all the in colors. It's a stitched, let me see if I can focus here, stitched on either side. And it's very light. It is 7/8, I believe, 3/8, I mean. So that's just over 1/4 inch. And it is very thin and very soft. So when you go to make a bow, it feels very cottony too. So that's going to make sure when you tie it, it grips. It's sometimes the satiny, silky ribbons can kind of look like they shift a little bit. They slip. But look how nice and thin we can get that even when it's tied into a bow. All right, so I love that. It's nice woven look on the inside with the stitching on the outside. Try to get the light just right there. Okay, then it's really, really nice. It's almost light, like a seam binding. Okay, if you're a sewer, you might know what seam binding feels like. So very, very thin and light cottony feel to that. So I just think it's so, so pretty. And not only are the in colors, but it comes in the beige as well. And it's the same color stitching on the edges, but it just really highlights that ribbon more. I didn't open this one. Maybe I should open it for you and for me so I can see it in person here. Okay, so let's see. Okay, there we go. I think that's a good view right there. That's going to be, I think, one of my go-tos. I like it a lot. When you're looking for a neutral that still has some character to it, that's not too bland. Basic beige. That will be the one. Okay, and I'll save this other ribbon that's not in color. I'll save that for when I do my next live with other embellishments that are not in color. So other little embellishments that we have here, we have 2 different kinds of embellishments that match the in colors. One is shimmer gems, and they're a faceted gem, have a little shine sparkle to it, the way the light hits it. We've had gems like this before in other colors. And so it comes in all the colors. Let's open it so we see the top one. There we go. Okay, so they're nice and light. They come in 2 different sizes, a smaller and a large. And there isn't, the shimmer that we get from it is just from the faceting. So just catches the light nicely. All right, they're not glittery. They're just catch the light with those facets. And then the other are, well, we can see all the colors across like this. These are matte, a matte feel to it. They're not shiny or glossy. They are resin dots in the 2024-26 colors. So when you want something, just looks a little bit more feminine or girly maybe, again, not the stereotype, but they're flatter and a matte, not shiny at all. Okay, if you know what resin is, that's what they are. That's what they're called, and that's what they are. So those are in the in colors as well. All right, designer series paper. Okay, the beige ribbon would work well with the Stampin' Blends. Oh, to color over it, you mean, Nadine? Yeah. Okay. Oh, hi. Hi, everybody. Nice to see you on. Say hi. Yeah, you could do that. You can color over most ribbons. Like if you wanted a darker color, even if you wanted to use, maybe if you use the blends on this, it would make it an even darker shade. Or yeah, I think that's a great idea, Nadine. Thank you for mentioning that, because I will certainly play around with that. That would be good. And if we have a minute, maybe I'll do it before I sign off today. Okay, Stampin' Up! Every year comes out with a different pattern of 6x6 designer series paper that they show in all the colors, okay? That they show in all the families, rather. All right, so these are the ones that are retiring. The patterns were these fun polka dots, hearts, the little lines, and what was the other one? Oh, the big stripes, the big diagonal stripes. All right, so this design paper came in the brights, it came in colors, it came in subtles, it came in rich regals, it came in the all the color families in this same pattern. All right, there were 4 different patterns, 2 that are two-sided, so giving you 4 patterns. So here's the same paper that were in the 23-25 in colors. Okay, so like I said, you had all the different, you had 4 different patterns in all the colors. So this year there will be a new pattern for both sets of in colors plus all the color families. Okay, let me get and it is here. So this is the 24-26 in colors in the new 6x6 patterns. So here's the pinks, pretty in pinks, and you have a nice big leaf print that coordinates with a stamp set that I'm going to show you on the next live that I do. So there's a big background stamp that has these leaves all over it. So that would be nice. Here's the reverse side, a nice, very soft stripe, a pinstripey kind of a look. It's really pretty. Hey, hi guys. Hi everybody. You say hello. If I'd say where you're from, that's fun too. Okay. I don't even know what to call this pattern. It's I don't know, almost like a tile look. I really don't know what to call it, but it's nice. It kind of gives you that sort of zigzag or tile feel to it. And then the back is these tiny circles. Can you see that? Yeah. Okay. Oh, yeah. Hi, Elaine. Yes, close to my heart's going out. All right. Are you a maker or just a customer of Close to My Heart? Let me know, Elaine. Yeah, and stay in touch. Hopefully Stampin' Up! Is hoping to embrace people from the new company and welcome them into Stampin' Up! So there's more information on that coming. They're still kind of trying to come to an agreement to work together. So to help those people who are losing that. So then here's the peach pie. So pretty, right? I think those leaves are my favorite, and I love these too. Here's the peach pie, and the the Shy Shamrock. Flip that over. I'll put these the other way. You can see those. The Petunia Pop. And I'll flip those. You can see both. And then the Summer Splash. There we go. Oh, Jen's from Nova Scotia. Nice. We visited there a few years ago now, and we loved it. We went around the whole island and experienced it all. Loved the music, and it's just gorgeous. Just gorgeous. I recommend anybody who hasn't visited Nova Scotia, give it a try. It's very, very nice. Okay, look how nicely those go together. I think these colors all really work so nicely together. So bright and cheery. So yeah, let me know if you think you like those colors. Are they up your alley, or do you prefer a different vibe to your colors? Let me know. Okay, hang in there, guys. I have several other designer series papers to show you. Okay, these are they might incorporate some of the in colors, but I'm just going to show you all the designer paper that I got so far. I was able to pre-order. Are you familiar with the Meandering Meadows 6x6 paper on the online exclusives? I know Nadine is, and Barbara. This one is along the fashion, reminds me a little bit of the Meandering Meadows. It's along the same lines where you have some scenes on one side and you have a more subtle design on the back. So wait till you see these, but these are a little bit more of a watercolor look. Okay, look at this. Isn't that pretty? I'll pair that with peach pod. Let me get that paper out. Okay, look at that. So pretty. And this could tie in with the Summer Splash as well, right? So nice. So this is a pack. The 6x6s come in packs of 48. So you get 4 6x6 sheets of each of the patterns here. All right, and here's the back. Isn't that nice, like a little sunset or sunrise? Here's another. And the back. Oh, no, this one is the back. There we go. All right, a little bit more subtle. Here's some thistle. And the back, just a watercolor wash look. I think this is supposed to be more thistle. Wildflowers, isn't it beautiful? Oh, just love it. Use the delicate forest dyes with these as well, or just cut down a card front, put maybe a little ribbon and a sentiment on there, and you've got a beautiful card. Don't have to work hard. Let the paper do the work for you. Look at this one. It's blues, Nadine. You would like that one. And then the back. And the next one. And back. So many options here. Oh, here's some more blues. My daughter has a stamp set and dies that retired. It was a heron. She said, oh, how nice it would look to have that heron on there, right? That would look really sweet. And then the back, blues and purples. Here's some more blues and purples. Back. One. And the back. More thistle. And the back of that one. You can't go wrong with any of these. Just look how gorgeous. Here it is with all those greens. It looks like you have Pool Party. You have Pretty Peacock. You've got Garden Green. You've got all the olive. You've got some of the new, like all in here, a little bit more of the new colors. So pretty. And look at that. Oh, like a little splashy look to it. How pretty is that? Oh, yeah. Ah, so, so, so gorgeous. And that's all of them. So it's going to be hard to know which side to use. I mean, the pictures in the front are just so, so pretty, but how nicely they will coordinate. Right, look. Just so nice. So nice. Can't wait to play with that. One good thing about the designer paper, when it first comes out, we know we have all year to order it. We know it's not going anywhere. When it starts to retire, then that's when we go crazy and kind of stock up, right? Like, oh, don't want to run out. I want to make sure I have all that. Okay, are you ready for some 12 by 12s? All right, here we go. This is one that I earned. I didn't earn it. I won it. Just plain out won it. When we go to on stage, we get our name tag, and then we add on the ribbons for our different accomplishments. Okay. But on our name tag are some different things. The country we're from, a QR code to scan the schedule of events, a number, that's our kind of a raffle number, our prize patrol, they call it, V for vegetarian meal. And then this was an extra event that I went to. So they punched that it was done. So my number was 4. Stampin' Up! Throughout the convention shows a new product from the catalog, and has a big drum roll, and then flashes the number on the big screen. And if that's your number, you stand up, you cheer, you're like, whoa, I won that prize. And so all the number fours won this paper. And I was so happy because I had my eye on it when I saw it in the catalog. It just spoke to me. I just love, love, love the colors. It's called Mediterranean Blooms. And of course, it ties in with a suite that is in the catalog. It has stamp set, dies, and coordinating products, of course. And it just reminds me of Greece or Capri in Italy. When we went, there was no tiles and the colors all around. So mostly lemons and oranges. I maybe should turn it. I guess it goes either way. Okay, it's no real up or down to that. But look how pretty. So this is the front and the back of one. You have that. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm lifting it too high. Here we go. I'll do one at a time so it's not confusing here. Okay. Here's the front and here's the back. All right. So that's a big tile. You can always cut some of these down if you just wanted a piece of it. You could do a strip and just get a little zigzaggy pattern. All right. So it has the blossoms in there too. So pretty. Then here's just the lemons in a tighter pattern of lemons. And then here's the back. Has a little flowers. Reminds me of my daisies. All right. More subtle, delicate pattern. I should turn these over. Okay, there we go. And then here are the lemons that, of course, there will be a die to cut those out. So you don't have to fussy cut them. And the stamp looks very similar to that as well. And then here's the back, more of a flower in the tile pattern. And these are all your blues. There's boho blue. There's Night of Navy. There is, I'll read the colors off to you. They're all right here, of course. Balmy blue, boho blue, Cajun craze, daffodil delight, early espresso on the stems, garden green, lemon lolly, Night of Navy, old olive, peach pie, and pumpkin pie. Okay, so actually I see some Night of Navy in there too. Yep, there it is. And then we have just the oranges in that tighter weave, like we had the lemons, and here's the back for that. Very subtle design. And then, of course, there'll be dies to cut this out. We have the oranges. And there's the backside pattern. And hi, Debbie. I'll tell you a story about Debbie in a minute. Right? And then here's just some of the blossoms with the green. So nice. And then there's the backside of it. Okay. All right. I'm going to tell a quick story about Debbie asked me when I went to on stage, said, "Oh, my upline." You know, Debbie's a demonstrator, but she said my upline is going to Houston. Said, you know, here's her name. Keep an eye out for her. And I said, I'll do my best. There were 2,000 of us or more on stage. What are the chances I would run into her? But I kept my eye out. And there was one breakout session when we weren't in the big room all together. I was looking for a place to sit, saw some empty chairs, asked the woman, I said, are these seats taken? She said, no, go ahead, have a seat. Looking next to her, she had a shirt on that had a daisy. I was wearing a daisy shirt as well. And I remember Debbie saying her team is the something daisies. Tell me, Debbie, what it is. Okay. Incredible daisies or inspirational daisies, something like that, right? So you can type it in the comments there, Debbie, if you don't mind. So the daisy caught my eye. And then I looked down. I finally caught a glimpse of her name tag. Don't you know, it was Debbie's friend. What are the chances? I would just happen to sit down next to her. And so we talked and we took a picture together and sent it off to Debbie. So that was really a coincidence. I was so happy to meet her. She was very sweet. All right. That was the Mediterranean blooms. Okay, so look out for that one. All right. My friend Lois is not on here. I can't help but think of Lois when I think of glam and glitter. So this one makes me think of her. And this is, I want to get the name right. Hold on. It's Glimmer, well, 12 by 12. It's 24-26 in color, Glimmer specialty paper. So in the in colors, wait, get your sunglasses on, guys. This is going to really shine. Let me spread them out here. All right, here we go. Wow, look at that. Very, very glittery, but you feel texture. You feel that it's not like real cardstock, not smooth. There is texture there, but it's not the glitter that's going to come off on your hands. All right, so it's that Glimmer paper. Stampin' Up has had Glimmer paper before. Now this is all in the new in colors. Okay, so doesn't it really look like St. Patrick's Day? Reminds me. Yeah, too bad we didn't have it then, but it'll be around for next year, right? We can use it then. So it's very nice. There's one sheet of each. It's really thick because there's the extra thickness of the glimmer on there. So, oh, inspired daisies. Thank you, Debbie. All right, yeah. So that's for my glamour girls. And to tell you the truth, for me, paper like this will last a long time because I will use it. But you don't need much. A little strip, like a band across your card, or a small little punch or something, and it will really pop up your card just a little bit very nicely. Oh, I'm running out of room. Okay, the next one, this is called Thoughtful Designs, and it coordinates with, show some of the new in colors too. It coordinates with a bundle in the catalog. And I will show you more of that tomorrow. So this has here we go. 12 by 12 sheets that have an ombre effect to it. Now this, you can really notice it. See, it's a little bit darker down here, sort of olivey, and then it gets a little lighter in between here, and then it transfers to a little bit more of a yellowy wild wheat kind of color at the top. And it's got sort of like that foil shimmery element to it with those leaves. And it is really, really pretty. I think this one is one of my favorites. And the colors that they say are sometimes maybe the darker color, sometimes the lighter color. So it says Cajun Craze and Calypso Coral. So that's what you would see here, more Cajun Craze over here, and going lighter to the coral there. And then we have Lost Lagoon and Misty Moonlight. Right, so that would be more this one. Right, transferring over. So you can use pieces of it that shows the ombre, or you can just take one side and use the dark, or one side use the light. Gives you lots of options there. And then Mossy Meadow and Pretty Peak. Well, no, wait. I'm sorry. I messed up here. Pretty Peacock. That goes to Pretty Peacock. The Lost Lagoon and Pretty Peacock. They're listed on the back in alphabetical order. Okay, Mossy Meadow and Wild Wheat. That would be this one. I showed you first. You see the most difference on that one, I think. Okay, and then this one would be Petunia Pop. And oh, maybe that one is Misty Moonlight. Okay, yeah, that could be it. But look how pretty. Very, very nice. And okay, so I guess this is sort of corally too, and the Petunia Pop over there too. But really pretty. Yeah, I love that. I like that print too, Tanya. Yeah, it's very subtle, but yet you've got that little bit of shimmer on it. That's going to be beautiful. Can't wait to play with that. Okay, and another one that coordinates with a collection in the catalog. This is called Unbounded Beauty. This one has a stamp set that has, it's bundled with some dies and some stencils. I call them stencils. They call them masks. Masks, stencils. If you're from the 70s, the country living era, we called them stencils. But anyway, so this, oh no, wait, that's not Unbounded Beauty. I got that mixed up. There was another one that has the name Beauty. But anyway, this is a mega suite, I think. This has 2 different stamp sets. I'll show it to you next time. But again, it features a lot of the new in colors and these floral prints. Very springy looking. I'll show you the one sides first. And what is this one? Oh, yeah. Okay, and then the other side, flip sides. Really pretty. Some subtle flowers. Because you know we all need more flowers, right? We joke about that a lot. But you see them, and then you say, oh, yeah, I love it. And that's cool. I'm not a big orangey fan, but I do like that. That's fun. And that Petunia Pop. This one reminds me of sorbet. Actually, these both remind me of sorbet. I said that at my team meeting the other night. This one looks like lime and raspberry, and this one looks like orange and raspberry, doesn't it? Very nice. So those are fun. I'll show you the rest of the collection another time. I'll pull out the paper again so that you can be reminded. This one is Country Lace. And my blue lovers, Nadine, are going to love this one. So pretty. It has some eyelet kind of patterns in it. It's in the blues. It is smoky slate, I believe, and the new beige, basic beige, misty moonlight, petal pink, and smoky slate. So some of the texture, the look of the texture reminds me of denim. So you have eyelet and denim. Reminds me of when I was a kid or a young teenager. That was the rage. Okay, I'll show you the one sides first. Okay, so we have the smoky lace, smoky slate, eyelet lace, smoky slate, and all your nice little patterns there. Let me flip it over, and you have more subtle, kind of like a pinstripe, and like I said, it looks textured. The blue especially looks like denim jeans, like faded jeans. Has these tiny diagonal lines in there. Very nice. Lipo subtle colors. They're great for masculine cards, right? All of these here. So that's fun. And do I have one more? Or was that it? Actually, I think that was it. Yeah. So that's all the paper. The new in colors, the glimmer paper, the inks, the blends, markers, and all of that. So I hope you've seen some things that you like. You like those, Tanya? Okay. It's great when making balloons. What's that? The glimmer paper, maybe? Is that what you were referring to? Yeah, that could be. Yeah, that would look nice for sure. Stars, banners. Yeah, that would be really nice. Yeah. Hey, Judy, you got to see it again. That's good. Sometimes seeing in person or different lighting. When we had our meeting with my team, it was nighttime, so the colors might have looked a little different. With my overhead lights and whatever. So you love the Mediterranean? Yeah, I told you, Karen. It was pretty. Yeah, we were talking about that last night. So I hope you like that. Tell me, what do you think of the in colors? Are they your style, or do you like more bright? Typically, tell me what kind of colors you like to go with. Are you a brights or more pastel-y or subtles or neutrals kind of person? Yeah, let's go. Oh, to the Mediterranean? Oh, that would be a trip. That would be a great trip. All right, we'll plan on that, Karen. All right, it's a deal. You let me know when you're ready. We'll plan something. Let's make sure it's safe, though. That's for sure. So I think I tend typically to go toward colors like these. I do like a little pop of color. But I do all kinds of things. In fact, one thing I'll share with you before we go is I'm not going to share all my swaps, but on stage, demonstrators bring swaps. You make however many you want. You don't have to swap at all, but you make as many as you want with a card design or two or whatever you want to do. And then as you walk around, everyone's just mingling in the hallway before going in, or even once you're in the big hall, you walk up to people who has a stack of cards, say, are you swapping? Are you swapping? And then you exchange cards and, oh, that's pretty. And one's nicer than the next. And then there's a big board in the hallway where you can put one of your cards up there with some Velcro. And then, you can see everybody's cards and you can take pictures of them all because you can't swap with everybody, right? So I'll just show you the cards that I made. You had a little sneak peek at one of them. When I was in Florida, you saw me fussy cutting out some flowers from the zinnia paper, and that was for my swap. I didn't want to reveal it because I didn't want to spoil anybody I might be swapping with. So this is what I ended up making with the zinnia paper. All of these are the back sides of the floral papers, the zinnias. I fussy cut the flowers out. So each flower or group of flowers was slightly different. Before I fussy cut it, I mounted it on some white cardstock because I popped it up with dimensionals and I wanted it to be kind of firm. If it was just the designer paper, I felt it might be too flimsy and I was afraid these little leaves might bend or tear. So first, I didn't think about that. First, I just fussy cut the DSP. Then I said, oh, I really should mount this on white cardstock. So then I mounted on cardstock and then I had to cut it again, right? So then after I cut, I don't know, maybe 6 or 8 of them or something, 6 of them or so, then I said, okay, I'm just going to glue. I just cut generally around the flower, glued it onto the white cardstock so that I only had a fussy cut once. So I glued it down on the white paper first, right? So then I took strips because I wanted to use a lot of this paper, but I only had one pack and I ended up making 25 of these. And I wanted to show off a lot of the different patterns on that paper. So I just used strips. I originally had a card. I made some cards like this years ago. This is one of them that I wove the strips together in different patterns of black and white paper, and I put some pop-up flowers there. So I said, all right, I'm going to do this design just with the new paper. So I've done a few like this, and they come out great. So I'll demonstrate that sometime, you know, how to get this weave on there, how to glue it down. And I even, on my Facebook page, I showed a picture once on how I use my grid paper to line up those strips. So I didn't have to measure, okay, how far over should I go, or will it be straight? And then after 25 of those, I said, I didn't have enough paper to do this again. So I said, I kind of wanted to do something else anyway. So then I did this card. So I had two options when somebody came to swap. They could choose whichever one they wanted. I did this, which is a technique that I will demonstrate live sometime soon as well, where we add ink to the back side of an embossed piece of paper, something that you've run through your embossing paper, embossing with your embossing folder. This is the Zinnia embossing folder. So this is the part that's embossed. Okay, the design is sticking up. If you flip it over and run your ink pad over the debossed side, then the design is not going to get inked, and it's going to reveal as white. So I did that. I got 4 of these out of one sheet, and I figured that was a quick, easy card to make as my second swap using Pretty Peacock. Originally, I did it with Gorgeous Grape, and I tied a white ribbon on there. I didn't have enough white to for my swap, but I did have the peacock, but I thought that looked just as pretty. So there's some ideas there, and I will do a little demo on that sometime in the future. Okay, so anyway, thanks everybody for joining on. I'll let you know when I do the next one, where I do the stamp sets, the dies, and some other little things to show you. Okay, neutrals with a pop. Yeah, I like, that's one of my favorite things, Joanne. I love that. You know, black and white with a little pop of color, or some other neutral colors with just that little pop of something. Okay, so Judy likes brights and regals. Yeah, so anyway, thank you, Linda. I appreciate that. Thanks, Karen. Thanks, everybody, for joining on. We'll see you next time. Watch on here for when I will do the next part. I'm not real sure when that's going to be yet. If you are looking to place an order, here's my online store, lorrainesish.stampinup.net. And you can order directly from there. And if you have an order that is under $150, you can use this host code, please. That would help me out a bit. And I'll leave that up there for a minute. You can copy it down. I'll also post it on the Facebook so that you can see that another time. You can also see it on my blog, stampwithlorraine.com. It's in the right sidebar of my blog, as well as a shopping cart that you can click on and go to my online store. So, so a lot of things to watch for. The retiring list, order things that might be retiring, order them quickly because they're only available as they're only there as they're available. Okay, they will sell out. Also, a little heads up, there is going to be some price increases in the new catalog. And I will get out a list of some things that are going up in price because you might want to stock up on some of that. Some of the things are cardstock, some adhesives, some punches, envelopes. You know, there are a few things. Some are going up a little bit. Some are going up, you know, a little bit, quite a bit more, like $1, $1.50, $2. So Stampin' Up! Doesn't raise prices all that often, but this time there seems to be some price jack up. So you might want to order some of those things before the new catalog. All right. So ask me any questions. Reach out to me if you have anything, and we'll see you soon. All right. Thanks, guys. Bye now.